Amy, call the roll, please.
Frank Baptist. Here. Steve Brown. Here. Allison Birch. Here. Bill Eldridge.
Here.
Elgin Hamner. Luke Moody.
Here.
Greg Shin.
Okay, we have a quorum, so we can proceed. Let's start first with the statement of FOIA compliance. I affirm that I have not engaged in any prohibited discussion, deliberation, or polling regarding any item on this meeting's agenda outside of a properly noticed and open meeting in compliance with the Arkansas Freedom of Information Act as amended by Act 505 of 2025. Amy, if you could call the roll on that, please.
Frank Baptist.
Yes.
Steve Brown.
Yes.
Allison Birch.
Yes.
Bill Eldridge.
Yes.
Elgin Hamner. Luke Moody.
Yes.
Greg Shin.
Okay. Thank you. Now let's move on to the minutes from the June meeting.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes as read.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let's move on now to the financial reports from Mandy and Jordan.
To the page, it says bank account balances. So the A&P Collections General Account ended the month of June with a statement balance of $23,695.94. That's a little higher because, again, that is a sweep account. It had to do with when the month ended. So we did the transfer the Friday before. The last day of the month was actually on a Tuesday. So sometimes those things fluctuate depending on what the last day of the month is, where it is. The A&P large project checking ended the month with $505,317.74. And the A&P small project checking ended June with $669,762.27. Those are the two accounts that we take the dirt work invoices from that has to do with the new RV park build. The next one is the general operating checking. It ended the month with $171,844.24. And the Benton Focus Group RV Park checking, it ended June with $74,890.71. And then we have the two Benton Event Center checking that we have. The first one is the general operating checking. It ended June with $456,599. And the savings account has a balance of $534,528.78. The next page you will see is our breakdown for collections that are by the different categories of restaurants, food trucks, motel, hotel, convenience stores, and other. It ended the month, total collections, $205,162.69, which is a 5% increase over 2025 for the same month. Our delinquencies are not actually delinquent until the 10th of the month, so we're about 2 days shy of being able to have that report for you guys.
Okay. Any questions for Mandy? Okay, we'll go on to Jordan, please.
For you, the statement of assets, liabilities, and equity as of June 30th. The bank accounts I'm responsible for reconciling, they total $1,235,210.88. And we owe to the DFA and to the City of Benton sales tax in the amount of $439.12. You turn to the next page, you'll find the P&L for the month of June for the A&P Commission. Total revenue collected of $18,463.81. Operating expenses of $15,983.20 for a net income of $2,480.61, roughly $2,000 ahead of budget. Turn to the following page, you'll see the P&L for the A&P Commission for the 6 months ending June 30th. Total revenue collected of $109,607.79. Operating expenses of $93,112.87 for a net ordinary income of $16,494.92. And then the payment of the prior year unused funding, $14,820.04. Leads to a net income for the 6-month period in the amount of $1,674.88, which is good considering that's ahead of budget without that prior year unused funding in there. All right, the next page you'll find the Event Center's P&L for the month of June. Total revenue of $56,982.84. If you recall, the prior month was a little bit lower than anticipated because there's some timing issues on some collections. Those were collected, a handful, at the very first very first few days of June. So that's why you see a pretty good uptick of revenue, $12,619.81 above budget. You see the operating expenses of $39,233.11, roughly $4,600 ahead of budget. And that leads to a net income for the month of $17,749.73. So roughly $17,000 to the good. And then the transfer to the savings account of $10,000 was made. Turn to the next page, you'll see the 6 months P&L for the event center. Total revenue, $285,141.57, about $9,600 to the good. Total operating expenses of $258,261.82, roughly $7,000 more than anticipated. Still a net income of $26,879.75, roughly $2,500 ahead of budget. And then below the line, you see the lighting control system expenditure of $66,992.47. So the net income for the 6-month period ending June 30th results in a loss of $40,112.72. And then you see the cumulative $10,000 per month transfers there to the BEC savings account. And then finally, you'll see the focus group / RV park P&L for the month of June. Collections of $10,189 versus a budget of $11,000 for the month. And then the next page, you'll see the 6 months revenue / collections totaling $70,774.19 versus a budget of $66,000. And then the RV park project payment of $800,000 makes that not look as pretty, but those are my reports.
Any questions for Jordan? You have a motion to accept the financial reports?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, let's move on to our funding request from the Royal Players first, Jennifer. So, first reading, this is, as we recall, back first of the year, they had come and we awarded them $10,000 on funding, and then one of the commissioners suggested they come back later in the year for the additional request that they have, which I believe, excuse me for not knowing the exact amount that we're requesting today, 6512 additional funding. So I will let Jennifer.
Yes, we have an additional request for 6512. That what we currently have will be completed in August. So we're hoping that this will fund September, October, November, and December shows. We have our haunted house coming up that is a huge draw to the city. Last year, we had people come from as far as Memphis. And so we would like some funding to be able to advertise for that and for the additional shows, the posters and advertisement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Questions from the commission?
We've been working super hard on our marquee, though. We're glad that that is pretty much done.
That is a tremendous improvement.
Yeah. We are so proud.
So, okay, any questions? So, we do have our, the funding balance sheet in there also, just on that.
So right now, we should have $12,230 remaining in the budget
Correct.
after what we already approved.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to pay them $10,700, but still, we got till.
Yeah, there's other events that.
So what do we, okay, yeah.
Well, this is the first reading, so we'll vote on the next, in the August meeting.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. We can move on then to the event center report from Nikki.
Okay, you will find in your packet, we ended last month's meeting with $1,074,484. Over the last 30 days, we've had 11 events with a total of a little over 1,800 people, bringing us to 1,076,289. Just a few to highlight, again, this year probably for, I would say, the 10th year or 11th year, we had the Saline County Comic Expo, had around 1,000 people. Circle K came in for their regional managers meeting. So we had 160 people there. And then right before 4th of July, we had the Saline County Gun and Knife Show with around 3,000 people. So any questions?
No questions. Thank you, Nikki. Okay, we'll move on to the marketing report with Rachel.
All right. Matt, if you'll hit that first slide for me. I wanted to give y'all a final report on Restaurant Week and how that went. So we officially had 38 restaurants participate. We distributed over 60 yard signs all across Saline County, and we had a total of 5,805 website views just on the Restaurant Week landing page in 2 weeks. So that was awesome. That was a great number. And then on social media, we reached 798 people through those posts. So, that number doesn't include the other posts, just Restaurant Week stuff. And through Restaurant Week promotions, we gained over 400 new followers on our pages. So it was definitely a success. I sent out a survey to all of our restaurant owners or managers, the people who I've been communicating with, and everyone definitely wants to do it again. I heard really good feedback from everyone, very positive. A lot of people had good ideas on things they want to do next year. So I think this will definitely be a yearly event that we can do. So yeah, we did really good on that. And then also some other things. I have been kind of doing some promotions for food trucks that are coming to Third Thursday. That has been really popular on our page. Oh, and this is really fun. One giveaway I did a week or two ago before Red, White, and Boom, we gave away a Red, White, and Boom 250 shirt and a Hunter's Lemonade gift card to the food truck. And I had people guess how many Twizzlers are in this jar. And so they had to comment and say, what number they thought, and that would enter them to win the drawing. And so does anyone want to take a stab at how many they think are in this?
I think I saw that.
Oh, you already saw it? Okay. Do what?
160.
Okay, it was 161. So. Oh, sorry. Y'all could have told the answer then, yeah. Yeah. So that was a really great post. That got over 26,000 views just on that little giveaway post. So our page is definitely starting to get even more momentum. It's really fun. So yeah, we'll just continue that through the summer. And I think right now we are over 3,000 followers, like probably close to 3,100 now. My goal is to be at 5,000 by the end of the year. So that's kind of my goal, is to have 5,000 on Facebook by the end of the year. So, yeah. All right. Any questions for me?
Only question I have, did the Dale specialty donuts?
I did not. Did y'all see the Dale's Donut video? So if you didn't see, they did Dale's After Dark, and they opened at night during Restaurant Week and sold specialty donuts. And that's what I'm hoping that more restaurants will do next year, is really take it and run with it and see what all they can do. So, and they sold out of donuts in an hour.
Yeah,
So.
there were a lot of people mad about it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They gave free donuts, because I was one of the people in line. They gave free donuts, like certificate free donuts.
Yeah.
They were planning, I think, for 250 people, 250 boxes of them, and they ran out of those, so other stuff.
They
Yeah.
didn't give.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Line was long.
Any questions for me on anything? Okay, thank you.
Awesome job. Thank you, Rachel. Okay, let's go, moving on, development of the exit 114 property. Not a whole lot to announce on that. Everybody knows, thanks to Rachel putting it out and everybody, that Bucky's grand opening will be on Monday, August 17th. The parking lot, they open officially at 6 a.m. that morning. The parking lot opens at midnight. Now Luke's already said he's gonna be there in line at midnight.
Oh, man, can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're going to have the ribbon cutting then at 10 o'clock. There's a lot of dignitaries there. Sure, A&P Commission should be there hopefully. So we'll look forward to that, and just going to be an exciting time for the city of Benton. We've got a lot of publicity on that. And
Do we get one final walkthrough before the grand opening? Gary, do we get one final walkthrough Bucky's before the final opening, or we just slide it to the inauguration?
we are going to be selling parking. No, just joking. At the RV.
Yeah, we need a secret back entrance into that place.
We never next, Bucky's planning meeting for the grand opening next week, we'll ask about,
Thank you.
a walkthrough.
That'd be awesome, just to see, I mean,
Well, they need to train their people too, so we're happy to go early.
all I know, I know they'll finish, but I started looking at the time clock, and like they're 5 weeks out. There's still a lot of concrete, so
They have a soft opening on Friday morning where they invite all of the county's first responders, all of their family to be able to come in, not shop, but get brisket and do things like that. That'll be on that Friday morning. You know, it's one of those things. So we'll have more information on that.
that's awesome. Thanks, sir.
Thanks, Pat. Okay, so exciting time. We're all looking forward to that. I will gain national attention to our city, so we're very excited about that in a very positive way. Okay, old business, funding policies and application, where the revisions that have been made are still under review by our legal counsel. So, okay, still like, just take a look at it, then we'll present it. Do what? Yeah, we made a few tweaks to it. Okay, thank you, Baxter. So hopefully we'll have that. Once again, this is the new funding request will go into effect January 1st, so we have plenty of time to look at this, to study it, and we'll get that officially put in place, maybe the next meeting or the meeting after that. Okay, next meeting for A&P will be August 12th. So right before school starts, so everybody's excited about that. It could be the first day of school, so.
That's what my wife said. That's not
Should
like
be a-
they meeting. But they do it now, middle of the week, and
Yeah.
it's just weird.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay. So,
Oh, that'd be a good night to be open.
yeah. I could.
Okay. Any other business from the commissioners? Oh, Baxter, yes.
And I don't know if Gary told anybody, actually, at the event center, we're going to take a parking spot and make it a free speech zone within the, I hope Gary told you all this. If not, I think it's an announcement. But from time to time, we have people who want to collect signatures or protest or whatever. One of them sued us over it a couple years ago and didn't go anywhere, but still. But to really just to try to make it easier on police officers when somebody's there and the person who's rented the event center doesn't want them to be at the front door, we're gonna take a parking spot, make a free speech zone, and that will be the protest, gather signatures, whatever First Amendment rights. No, I mean, it's gotta be reasonable, whatever First Amendment rights they wish to express, but I just wanna let y'all know we're doing that, so.
Yeah. We're going to actually talk to Nikki today about it, and we had some preliminary ideas where to put it, but I had concerns about one of the locations, so we're going to get Gary, you, Nikki, and I look at
Yeah.
that, then we'll proceed.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
anyway, I just wanted to make sure.
yeah, and that, thank you, Baxter. Yeah, that's something that we, just to be open, we had a canvasser for some amendment that was trying to get signatures last week, and came to the event center, and Nikki handled it very professionally. And that's what Nikki, how many event things like this have happened since the event center's open?
In almost 13 years, we've had two kind of wanting to, people to sign petitions and two protests.
Two protests. So it's very
Very minimal.
It doesn't happen all the time, but a few times it does happen. We need to have a policy in place on where they can, once again, when the vendor rents when the vendor rents the center, they rent the parking lot. That is their parking lot for their clients coming in to their vendor. So we want to be very sensitive to the people that rent the event center, but we also want to be sensitive to people that have local views or whatever that they want to do, provide a location for them to express their First Amendment rights. So, okay, but we'll have more details on that at the next meeting.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Oh, we'll do it in a second. Thank you. All in favor? We're adjourned.